Hi, this is Lady C, the business coach for moms. For those of you who are still raising young children, let me give you a couple of parenting tips. And that is, whatever you begin with, that's what you're going to end with. However you start raising the children, if you don't make changes, especially by a certain age, they're going to follow through on that behavior regularly and consistently. You can change the behaviors, you can change the rules anytime you want, but it gets really difficult to get them to change after a certain age. It requires a lot of focus and forced discipline on your part. And you also have to make sure you have consequences in place to get them to change their behaviors. So what do I mean? I never taught my children how to clean their rooms. I never forced them to make their beds. I never made a big deal out of them cleaning their room. And consequently, this is what I get. This is my 14-year-old's room. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so number one, we have a garbage can that is full to the brim and rarely empty. We have a closet that's a mess. We have paper wrappers, candy wrappers on the floor. We have dirty clothes. Or are they clean? Don't really know. Can't really tell. We not only have one hamper, two hampers, but we have 3 hampers of clean/dirty clothes. I'm not even sure. The bed is unmade. We have matching sheets, but you know what? Never on his bed will they match. Yeah, we have a desk that's a mess. We have a dresser, and oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's a mess because the room, just in general, is a mess. Just the room itself. This is how he flows. This is how he flows. And so my point, whatever you start out with, that's what you're going to end up with. I never made it a big ordeal to have them make their beds. And the reason is because whenever my children wake up, they start reading. They will find me and sit down with a book and read when they first wake up. Even today, my 12-year-old, he wakes up, he stumbles down the hall every morning, sleep still in his eyes. He comes into the kitchen, he flops down on the couch, and he starts reading. My 10-year-old, she wakes up, and she wasn't a big reader up until just a few months ago. She wakes up every morning, she turns over, she picks up the book she was reading the night before, and she reads. I don't even know she's awake for the first hour and a half until she stumbles into the kitchen looking for something to eat. And so that was important. The other children did the same thing. That was important to me. I valued that at the time. They would read, and then we would, I would have them brush, wash. We would do schoolwork and then run out the door, running errands, going places. So it was never a big ordeal for me. They never hung out in their rooms. Wherever I was, that's where they wanted to be. Matter of fact, they hang out more in my room than their own room. And that was important to me then. Now I have big, gigantic 14-year-olds. Well, just one. But the same thing applies to the 12 and the 10-year-old. The room is a mess. Now, here's another parenting tip. Pick and choose your battles. Pick and choose the battles that you're going to fight. I could be the parent that harasses them about their room. Get in there and clean that. That doesn't make, you're not going anywhere this weekend. But I have chosen not to be that parent. They know how to clean. They do know how to clean. They keep the common areas clean, the bathrooms, the kitchen. They do know how to clean. But as far as the room, I'm not going to press that. I'm not going to stress myself out with that. I'm not going to stress them out with that. Not at this point, because like I said, it takes a lot of focus, discipline on the parent's part to make sure that you follow through on that behavior that you want. So what do? If I come in here and I have something to say, I may look around a room, but I choose to ignore it. Choose to ignore it. Pick and choose your battles. I'll say what I need to say, and sometimes I'll even try to find a place to sit in here that's safe, I think, and to have a conversation. But pretty much, I say what I have to say, and then I ignore it. Every now and then, don't get me wrong, every now and then, I'll say, hey, you guys, 15 minutes, go clean your room. I'll come here and I'll say, dude, you need to empty that garbage can because I don't want to see ants. His room is not too far away from mine. I don't want to see ants. Hey, dude, I need some of those hampers. Can you please fold up your clothes, put them away so I can get the hampers? Thank you very much. But other than that, what I do is I choose to ignore it. I say what I have to say, and then I walk away. Oh, such a source of peace. Let me tell you, when you pick and choose your battles, don't allow yourself to get pulled back into it. You walk away, I close the door, and that's the end of that conversation. I have nothing else to say.